Have you heard about a Swedish Death Clean?
This is a terrible idea.
Because I've been hearing about it at length.
I am so bad at this.
And I've been really inspired to take it on.
How many lids do we own for bins?
Heck yeah, let's do this.
I have no idea what this is for.
So, welcome behind the lens of Paige Gray Studios in real life.
I feel like I need help. Help me.
This is gonna be fun. Welcome back to Paige Gray Studios. As you can see, this video is going to be a little more casual and relatable than my previous. I have come to a place where I would just really like to not be so scripted all of the time. The whole point of starting this channel was to make interior design approachable, relatable, and easy for everyday families. I feel as though the best way to do that is just to be a relatable family myself, which we are. And so I want to make this episode a little bit different. You can let me know in the comments how you feel about the approach. This episode is going to frame around a week in my life as an interior designer, taking you behind the scenes on projects that I have going on, chatting in depth about where I like to take creative direction in various different project phases, but then also showing you behind the lens of my life a little bit more, because I feel as though the struggle of business and interior design and also just running a home and not being perfect at it is a super relatable thing, and I think you might enjoy it. So if this video is up your alley, do leave me a comment and let me know, and I'm happy to create more of it. I feel as though you may get to know me a little bit better in this type of a video. Have you heard about a Swedish Death Clean? Because I've been hearing about it at length and I've been really inspired to take it on. And I think it would be really fun to bring you along this week and do just that. So here's my accountability at the start of all of this, because it's a huge undertaking. Essentially what you do is you clean your house as though you were going to leave this earth tomorrow. And as daunting as that sounds, if someone else came up to you and suggested that they would do it for you, or if it was a hired service that you could have somebody come for a reasonable price, you'd be like, heck yeah, let's do this. But you know what? We're just gonna do it ourselves. Sometimes it just takes a leap of courage to say, we can do hard things. Okay, so this is my disaster zone. I am giving myself a time limit here because I feel like every time I go to tackle this task, I overthink it and then I spend no time doing anything. So I'm gonna give myself an hour. I'm gonna tackle this. I'm gonna put some bins out, one bin for donate and one bin for toss, and we're gonna see where this takes us. It is unreal how quick you can get something done when you set a timer for yourself, and I thought that this whole process was going to be super emotional and that I was going to get hung up. In fact, it was a lot easier than I anticipated, except for blazers like this one. I am a sucker for a blazer, especially a cream one. And here's the thing, when you've set a timer, you get distracted so easily. In this case, I knew I was in trouble as soon as I busted out the mirror. We all hold different levels of emotional attachments to clothing, and I thought this was going to be a hard one for me, but having just had 2 babies in the last 3 years, I was ready for this shift. I didn't realize how much I was emotionally hanging on to for the day where I would get my body back, but it turns out that even when I have, those are the clothes that I'm not even reaching for. Time to shift things up. Like I did a pretty banging job. Everything, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of blank hangers. I am just finishing up my closet. It was a very productive session between me, myself, and I, and every version of my past self possible. As you can see, garbage, donate, things to try on that will end up, most likely will end up in here. But one of the things I wanted to chat about quickly was that I came across this corner in my closet where like all my best intentions went to die. And I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt here because not all of it was for a loss. So every time, I don't know if you feel this when you go to chapters, you pick up like a new sketch pad with the, like, these are still in cellophane. Like, I'm not a journaler. I'm not into meditation. I bought these with the goal of sitting and like doing meditation cards. It's just not who I am. I do practice gratitude and mindfulness, but just not in the sense of like a sit down ritual kind of thing. Everyday Ayurvedic, the energy paradox, which is just kind of funny because these days all I'm living on is hopes, dreams, and coffee. So that's nice. Yin yoga, because I've got time for that these days. Oprah Winfrey's The Path Made Clear, and some sort of poetry, which I have no feelings towards, but I have genuinely never cracked this open. I do, however, I came across one notepad that I bought. I remember when I bought this, I was pregnant with my daughter, who's now 2.5. So this has been a long while in the back of my closet. And I wrote one thing inside of it: pour yourself into things that are right with you. And then I did. So, I mean, writing things in a journal can only take you so far. It's the action steps outside of stuff like this that is just stuff in your house. Do hard things, but don't spend forever sitting there writing about them and dreaming about them. Take action steps, and that I don't need this book anymore, because I'm just doing the things that I thankfully set out before myself 2 years ago. So that I'm happy about that. As for the rest of these, they are going to be donated. I'm sitting down because I've just gotten some correspondence back from my client about some specific measurements that we were waiting for their island home. When it comes to island homes, you can only trust the realtor drawings from listings so far. And I don't trust them very far when it comes to things like area rugs or sloped roofs, in which case these dimensions we want to cross-reference with the drawings that I've already made to make sure that the products that we're proposing are going to fit, because if they don't fit, what a headache that would be. It's better to do the legwork up front. So we're gonna walk through this particular moment in time where I'm at with the project. I have a nice little piece of chocolate here. I'm not gonna eat it because then you're gonna hear it. Grab yourself a nice little piece of chocolate and enjoy it, and we will walk through where this project is at. The first point of contention is actually here in the dining room. We are looking to make sure that a table is going to fit. We want the measurement from the edge of this counter to this wall because everything in this space is going to be really tight. This works well because the lock and mortise table that we're having made custom is 30 inches by 70 inches, and there is just enough room. So that is great news. Next, we are going to move upstairs. We're going to double check the area rug dimensions with the space. This is a little boy's room, which is really fun. We've kept everything in this entire cottage quite neutral, but we've deepened the tones in his room to make it stand out just enough. From the dimensions that they've sent me, we are good to go on that area rug. That's great too. Okay, moving over to this other little space here. We're going to do the office. One point of contention was the sloped roof. I will show you a photo of that next. The sloped roof comes down in such a way that we just want to make sure that we've got the clearance to have a desk. The desk is going to sit right underneath a lovely little window. In this area of the cottage, we're going with a Sundays combination. I love Sundays. This is our dining room table. It's a Sundays piece. I'm sitting on a Sundays chair. This is actually the same chair that is being proposed in this particular combination here, along with some really funky little lamps. Let me find ours. These are the most fantastic little lamps. Ours are not charged because Ellie likes to run around with them like they're some sort of like Star Wars sword. I've proposed these for our client as well. They're gonna be great for a little office area. They're cordless, they're perfect, they're indestructible. We have them in our own home. I'm going to link it below because I think everybody should own these, and they go on sale quite often. So thank you so much for Amazon little goodies like that. We've done them in white in this case, and they come in a myriad of colors. Looking to the width on the desk, I'm just gonna double check the measurements here. And Yes, we are golden. This open bedroom space kind of bleeds into a bit of like a kid hangout zone that we've put a sofa and a nice little area rug to make it cozy with this cute little chair. Love this combination. We're gonna double check the measurements just to make sure again that the ceiling height on this side is good to go, which it is. That's great. The width is also totally fine for this area rug. That is fantastic. So everything from this point looks good to go. Those were the last few measurements I was waiting on to put this entire package together. Well, I've entered the belly of the beast. If I don't come up, and this is my last will and testament, I died trying my very best, because this is it. This is where all of your secrets, if you have a heated crawl space, this is where they come to just fester. Oh yeah, we'll use that later. Let's just tuck it into our storage. Don't do it, because I mean, you can, but then you're gonna have to deal with it like I am right now. This is definitely more of an undertaking than I anticipated. I feel as though how much you lie to yourself about things that you need in life is astronomically amplified when you're in your own crawl space. I am in for a doozy on this one. The belly of this beast is full. She is full. Buckle up. I don't think these two little black garbage bags are gonna be enough for what I'm about to encounter. Wish me luck. Oh my God. What have I done? This is so embarrassing. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. We can do hard things. Oh, where does one start? Channel the Zen. There is no Zen to be had down here. Oh, good heavens. Oh my Lord. Here we go. This is a terrible idea. This is an absolutely terrible idea. Start with garbage. Let's start with really obvious garbage. Just how many lids do we own for bins? Where are the bins to these lids? There are so many lids. Surely I'm not alone in this. Like, where are the bins for these? Every other bin I see has a lid. Where are all the lidless bins? Start a little pile right there. Da, 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 da. Should I knew. We got some scoot. Okay. You gotta love, like, the previous owners of this home had lived in this house their entire life. They were the only occupants other than us to be in this house. And the things that they left for us, like little scooters for the basement, who would have thought? There's also some like creepy single beds down here that I don't know what to do with. Never mind, Facebook Marketplace, that's the solution for everything. Facebook Marketplace. Does anyone else have an obsession for bows? I keep every single bow I've ever owned for the sake of, I never know when I'm gonna need to wrap a gift. We could have an apocalyptic breakdown of bows in this world and I would be covered for life. I don't know if that's valuable. Bows. So many bows. Look at all my ribbons. This is the gold right here. I have boxes and boxes of ribbons. Look at all my ribbons. This is insane. This is probably a mark of insanity. I just keep moving things. I'm not getting anywhere. Cutthroat. Be cutthroat. I am so bad at this. I'm getting caught up on the bows. I need to put the bows to the side and deal with that when I have more stamina after throwing some shit out. All the bows can go over here. Don't worry, guys. I'm coming back for you later. Oh my God, a whole box of tissue. Now I'm in for it. I am doing this. I can do this. Tossing it out. Oh. This tissue is actually quite funny though. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what I was saving that for. Somebody with a really inappropriate gift. I'm not even the type to buy somebody a gift to be able to wrap it in that. Who am I talking about? Okay, that feels good. That feels good. This is my white tissue. That I actually use, and it's new. I bought it. 4 gift wrapping purchases. Oh, this is like definitely a 3 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of scenario. Okay, I've got probably 300 bags here. I'm gonna pick 5 to keep, and that's going to be it. I feel like I need help. Help me. Funny story, for the birth of our first daughter, I had it in my head I was gonna do a home birth and have like twinkle lights and essential oils and just like breathe my way through it. Long story short, labor sucks much more than you could ever anticipate. And so we went to the hospital real fast. But I have this box full of everything that you buy for such an occasion as having a baby at home. I used none of this for either of my girls. I don't think we're done having kids, but like, this is not what you keep to have more children. This is weird. I feel as though I have conflicting personality characteristics in the sense that I am a very type A person. When it comes to client work, I show up, I do what needs to be done. But when it comes to my personal life, like this week doing this Swedish Death Clean, I have been all over this house. I feel like it's just side quest after side quest. Needless to say, it is going to take more than 1 episode here on YouTube to do the full house clean. I'm embracing this vlog style, but I'm also just giving myself a little bit of grace because so much of me wants to show up here in these videos and give a beginning, a middle, and an end with some sort of informative value for you. And this video is just going to be something entirely different, and I'm having to accept that. This is good on a multitude of levels. I think personally a challenge to share more of the real behind the scenes of what goes on, and also just multitasking in general life as well as business. Who knows? Maybe you find it interesting, maybe you don't. Either way, you're along for the ride. You have no choice. I came up from my crawl space because I'm working down there doing a deep clean, and then now I need to touch in with some client projects. I just want to get some things tucked away. There is one client that I've started this week. All of their homework was submitted. It's a beautiful project. I'm going to tour you through a video of the space as it is. As you can see, there's 4 beautiful wing chairs that we're going to have reupholstered with 2 ottomans. There's a fireplace that's opposite from the couch, and then the little area rug underneath. One of the first things for this project that I wanted to consider was the area rug. If we go back to the floor plans of their current space, the original rug that they've selected was very thoughtfully chosen because they didn't want the ottomans from these wingback chairs to be competing either half on or half off the rug. And I agree, going half in on anything is just not a great idea. So we are going to pull the rug from being in the center of the room as it is and scoot it fully underneath those ottomans. And immediately the space is so much bigger. And I love starting off a space with an area rug. I feel like for a pattern, texture, color, all of those nuances of an interior design scheme, an area rug is the perfect jumping off point. And that's where I've gone for this particular project. The client has given me a photo of a rug that she likes on Ruggable, this beautiful green option. So I've gone ahead and pulled some fabric selections that are local to her in Ontario. I'm in British Columbia. This is the beauty of virtual interior design. And then I've gone ahead and selected another color scheme here. This one goes off of more of those rusty, earthy tones. I think the 2 as options are going to be really beautiful for her. I feel as though a little bit of sparkle in this space would do wonders. And also just the original furnishings are feeling a bit heavy, a little bit dated. Adding a touch of glass is just going to be chef's kiss on this design proposal. This project is far from done. When I'm working with virtual design clients, what I do is I have this online design portal where all of the ideas are coming together in one place where we can chat about them. And then on the side, I'm also creating 2D plans of all of the proposed items so that we know conceptually, but also very intentionally, the dimensions of how things are going to come together. Now that I've caught this project up, I do need to get back down into the crawl space while these kiddos are sleeping upstairs, and I have 2 arms to myself to get this heavy lifting done.